Attorneys representing 6 Baltimore police officers charged in the death of Freddie Gray making stunning allegations of prosecutorial misconduct. Baltimore State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby is accused of intentionally withholding evidence favorable to the defense, including a report that Gray tried to injure himself during a previous arrest. Gray died after suffering a spinal injury in a police van that led to rioting and looting across the city. The new defense motion also claims, quote, multiple witness statements from individuals who stated that Mr. Gray was banging and shaking the van at various points after his arrest on April 12th, as well as police reports, court records, and witness statements indicating that on previous occasions, Mr. Gray had fled from police and attempted to discard drugs. The 6 police officers face charges ranging from misconduct to second-degree murder. Joining us tonight, defense attorney Rebecca Rose Woodland, former police officer, trial attorney, and criminal court judge Alex Ferrer. Good to have you both with us. And
it's great
Rebecca,
to be here.
Let me just start with Hillary Clinton and the emails, because this is getting increasingly outrageous. Redacted emails, now behind on a federal court order to release these emails, and she just acts as if there's nothing going on here. Is she right?
No, she's not right, because the federal judge is up in arms saying, where is the information I'm asking? You have a private server containing personal emails as well as high security emails that should have been through federal servers. Now, we were explained this and we understand this fully by technical people who say there are 5 degrees of securitization you need from a personal email server to reach the level of security that a federal server has. She's claiming, well, when Bill Clinton was president, we had this system. Well, that wasn't recently. Well, she needs to have to work on a secure system because foreign governments can come in and hack her system and get the information.
And that is the fear.
That's the fear.
We're learning
this
that
is very
is the
basic
fear
understanding
among a number of intelligence agencies right now, Rebecca. You're exactly right. Judge, it goes beyond her server. A thumb drive, her private attorney in possession of it with classified information on it. What is going on?
Yeah, that's where we're getting the claims of disparate treatment. You know, we saw Petraeus, who had classified documents in his house. A search warrant was served on his home. The documents were found. He was criminally charged. Now, nobody's saying that she should be criminally charged. We don't know that there's been any crime that's committed, but we do know enough to have FBI looking into this and possibly seeking a warrant. We know that she had documents on the server and has now given them to her lawyer to keep in a safe, which is not a SCIF, the proper means for keeping classified information, in his office. So the documents that have already been identified as classified by the Inspector General are in the possession of her lawyer on a thumb drive, like all of us carry, in a safe, which who knows how many people have a combination for. Now, we know that's a violation of the law, of the U.S. Code, and of the executive order issued by President Obama. But where's the FBI going to get these documents? Why aren't they serving a warrant like they did on Petraeus? Why is she getting a pass?
Does the FBI need an order from the Attorney General to do so?
Well, typically the department...
They have evidence standing in front of them every night, including on this broadcast.
Typically, the DOJ would instruct them to go do it, but there's nothing that prevents them, if they have knowledge of a crime, from doing it on their own, other than perhaps somebody telling them not to do it.
Right.
Turning to Freddie Gray, it's fascinating what we're going to see happen here, one way or the other, with Hillary Clinton. Freddie Gray, Marilyn Mosby, the prosecutor, withholding evidence here. Your thoughts?
Wait, now I think we have to take this in context, not out of context. That's what the defense is claiming today, but we have to understand what information do they have. They're saying she hasn't turned things over. This happens in discovery. You turn over things that are requested, then at some point you find out these are from other cases, previous arrests, or previous statements made.
So are you saying the defense attorneys already have access to all of this?
The defense attorneys claim they have access, but they didn't get it from the prosecution. They got it through other means, which happens. Was the prosecution required to turn it over if it was relevant, if a judge deems it was relevant?
It was relevant
if it was in this case.
The question is it true? And we don't know if it's true.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But, you know, they have an obligation under Brady that they're supposed to turn over anything that's exculpatory. Well, it's very likely exculpatory to have evidence that such as they're claiming about Mr. Gray having faked injuries in the past or having tried to cause himself injuries when he was in custody in order to try to create a lawsuit against the police department. That's just some of what they're claiming. Now, the problem here is that Mosby's office should be turning that over. So if it's true, this is a huge violation. This is something judges take very seriously, and it could be the death knell for the case because it's already in bad light. You already have the autopsy report talking about, well, he might have died in this non-criminal way, but it's likely that he died otherwise in this criminal way. Well, that's not the kind of language that helps a prosecution. That's the kind of language that creates reasonable doubt.
And as Rebecca talks about context, in the context
it's
of
all,
Baltimore
it's all
right
in
now,
context. Exactly.
It is such a mess in terms of their local government. Always good to have you with us. Thank you, Rebecca.
Lou.
Judge, thank you.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Be sure to vote in our poll tonight. The question is, do you believe the Republican establishment and the liberal national media are afraid of Donald Trump? Do you? Cast your vote at LouDobbs.com.